Hey, what's up guys, E back with another action figure review, and today we are checking out the Hasbro Marvel Legends Infinity Saga Surtur figure. Now this is definitely bigger than I ever anticipated. I didn't expect this figure to be this big. This is a big box. As you can see, we're out of frame here, and I don't even have the entire box in frame. If I back up any more, it's going to be ridiculous. So I went ahead and just left it as is. So this is the front of the package. And the back side is just the poster to Thor Ragnarok, but there is a read-up on the back that reads, "Empowered by the eternal flame, the demon Surtur rises from the ashes to unleash his fury upon Asgard." So there you have it. Let's take this giant out of the box and check out what he has to offer. And I know you can't see it, but I'm measuring the box right now, and it stands at 14 inches tall. I honestly have no clue how I'm going to review this figure. I'm just going to go for it here. So this figure stands about 12 inches tall. He's out of frame, as you see. This is as far as back as I can go before it gets a little crazy. So I don't want it to look too crazy. You can see most of the figure. It's a tall figure. So let's get the measuring tape out. As you saw, the box is pretty big. It's 15 inches. That's the the height of the box. Now the height of the actual figure to the head is 12 inches. This is a 12-inch figure. To the top of the horns, it's 13.5 inches. That is crazy. So Hasbro definitely went all out here. Obviously, this is not the actual scale of Surtur. Surtur is much bigger than this. But hey, what do you want? This is not a HasLab. So we have him in 12-inch form. This is good enough for me. The fact that they even released this figure is insane. But they did it, you crazy son of a... So this easily could have been a Build-A-Figure if they wanted to release this Infinity Saga wave as a wave with a Build-A-Figure. But no, they went ahead and gave it to us as one whole figure, which I'm totally fine with that. I'm just going to say right off the bat before I even get into this review, we need a Destroyer figure. It could be the same exact height, I don't care. But from Thor 1, the Destroyer needs to be made now. Obviously, this explains the price point of this figure. You don't know the size of this figure until you get it in hand. Trust me, I didn't expect it to be as big as it was when it came in. Definitely caught me off guard. Alright, so let's go ahead and get right into this review. He doesn't come with much, although he has a lot of plastic for himself. He only comes with a few accessories. So first, we have the biggest one. It's his sword. Look how big this sword is. Standing it next to the figure, it goes all the way up to his face. So pretty big. And then we have some extra hands here. So we get a right open hand, and then we get a fist left hand. Now on the figure itself, looks like we get grabbing hands for both hands right there. So you can grip the sword in either hand. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into our up close look at the figure. And let's admire the texture, the sculpt, the paint, the translucentness of this figure. It's actually really well done. So check out the horns here. Look at the colors and how the light goes through it and bounces off of it. Pretty dope. Here is our face sculpt, the only one we get. It's an open, screaming mouth face, which I'm totally fine with. Going to the shoulders, we could see detail of fire rising from his shoulders, so that's a nice detail. And overall, the whole figure is made to look like he is just molten fire, blaze, heat. You know, anything you can think of that's related to fire and lava. Yeah, it looks like it. Burning. Got some crispy areas, some brown, black areas, some orange, yellow, translucent, plastic. Going down to the torso, so check out all that detail down to the legs. And on top of that, we get pinless knees and pinless elbows. And here's the back side. So pretty much there is your close look at Surtur. Alright, so moving right along here. For the articulation, it looks like we're on a ball jointed peg. So he looks up about this high. And he looks down about that much right there. Left and right, no problem. Some head tilting, you can see there. To the other side. Then the arms are going to go all the way up. They go forward and back. in and out. It looks like this is as far as it goes. That's not very good, to be honest. It looks like the sculpt on the shoulder really hinders the articulation of the arms. So not a lot of articulation or movement in and out for the arms there. We have bicep swivels, double jointed pinless elbows, and there you go. You can see that. And then we have a swivel at the wrist and a hinge at the wrist. We have the diaphragm joint slash ab crunch combination here, which is awesome. So it goes back and forward, side to side, swivels, and then we have the ab crunch at the lower torso there. So lots of range of motion there. The legs are going to kick forward all the way up, and they go down. They go in and out about that far. Then we have thigh swivels. We have double jointed knees that bend this much right there. And then at the ankles we have a hinge going forward and back pretty deep. And then there's the ankle rocker, and then there's an ankle swivel right there above the foot. And that is very well hidden. Alright, so just to get the size comparisons underway here, you could take a look at the sheer size of Surtur next to the Ironmonger figure from the Infinity Saga line, which is already a big figure, so you can just see the height here. And then here we have him next to Thanos, which is also a big figure. So now for the rest of the Infinity Saga wave, this is just going to be for kicks and giggles since they're so small compared to Surtur. There is Thor. Here we have the All-Father Odin, Quicksilver from Age of Ultron, Captain America from Infinity War. Here's the Mark III Iron Man. Here is the Mark 85 Iron Man, the Mark 21 Iron Man, Happy Hogan. Lastly, here is Obadiah Stane. And here's a look at him next to the Toybus Galactus figure. This is just for scale, and Toybus Galactus still stands taller. Alright guys, and that's going to conclude my review of the Hasbro Marvel Legends Infinity Saga Surtur figure from Thor Ragnarok. This big boy is a very nice figure. Probably not a figure for everybody, but for any MCU fan out there or fan of Marvel, this is a really dope looking figure to have in the collection. And yeah, you can't go wrong with a Surtur figure. Hasbro did a really good job with this figure. Surprised me quite a bit. Do wish there was a separate head expression so we can get a close mouth, but as big as this figure is, and the fact that we even got him in the first place is good enough for me at this point. So very nice release. I anticipate the arrival or release of the Destroyer in the coming future. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Leave a like, comment down below your thoughts, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and as always, have a great day. Bye.
That's crispy.